Now, Action 10's Cole Vaughn with your Doppler 10 weather forecast.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We started off with another beautiful sunrise this morning out there in Rockport. That was before most of the clouds moved in throughout the day. You see all the blue sky as we started the morning. As we made it into the afternoon, we kind of saw some waves of clouds moving through. Rockport didn't see near as much cloud cover as what we saw even here in Corpus Christi. It's been pretty cloudy in Corpus for most of the afternoon, but we're still going to see those periods of sun and clouds as we go through the evening hours. Temperature-wise, we did actually make it up into the 80s earlier down here in Corpus Christi. Now it's 79 degrees, 74 out there in Cotulla, and 75 in San Antonio, 79 degrees over there in Houston. You're looking statewide at the satellite and radar. We have a lot of rain that is beginning to develop up there in the Panhandle. In fact, a tornado was reported just moments ago up there in the far northern Panhandle. Down here in the coastal bend, things are still relatively quiet. However, we've been talking about a weather system moving into the western U.S. for the past several days. Here's where it is at right now. It is continuing to take a far more northerly track. With it taking a more northerly track, our rain chances go down, but they are not zero. The reason behind that is we've got this upper level flow in the atmosphere that is coming from the Pacific. So the winds up there where you fly at an airplane are actually blowing from the west over South Texas. And occasionally what will happen is you'll get some weather systems, very small, that attach themselves to this flow and then manage to come over Texas. That is what there is the potential to occur for tonight. It's going to be a very small weather system, but it could produce maybe a couple of storms, especially out west. So look here on Future Tracker. You see there's that little weather system right there. We've got some rain out there ahead of it. Then as we get into, say, the 10 and 11 o'clock hour, that starts to move closer to the border, and there is some rain still along it. Notice what happens as we get into the early morning hours tomorrow. This computer model is showing some rain in the coastal bend. It's going to be much weaker, though, I think, than what this is actually depicting. Also, this is such a small weather system, it's going to depend heavily on the track that it takes. So this is right now what this current computer model is showing, but if this were to shift just a little bit to the north, you see it takes all that green up there closer to San Antonio, and Corpus Christi is left without any rain at all. Likewise, if it takes a track further to the south, it's more Brownsville and McAllen that will see most of the rain, and we miss out on it. So it's very dependent on the exact path that this takes as it moves over South Texas tonight. It has a lot working against it, but it does have the potential to produce some rain, as I said, especially out west over the brush country. Then you see as we go throughout the day tomorrow, another day with a mix of sun and clouds. And then here's what we know. Any showers that do start to move into the area will be weakening as they move eastward across the area. Chance of rain, though, is still very low. I would say it's a small chance of a big storm. So chance, if you're using percents, 20% or so, very low. As for any rain that does fall tonight, though, that would really limit what we see in terms of tomorrow's rain chances. So 64 degrees overnight tonight. As I said, small chance of a big storm. Chances are very low, but if something does develop, you might see even a couple rumbles of thunder with it. So for the weekend forecast, 78 degrees tomorrow. 81 as we head into Sunday. There will be likely more clouds on Saturday than what we see on Sunday. Overall, weekend not shaping up to be too bad. So for tomorrow's forecast, you see here hour by hour, we're going to go from 64 early in the day to around 78 for that afternoon high temperature. A stray shower will be possible all day long, but again, if we get any rain tonight, that's going to really limit how much the atmosphere can perform for tomorrow. So your 7-day forecast. As we go into the start of next week, we're going to be looking at temperatures there around 80 degrees, some partly cloudy skies. Those lows are going to be nice and humid down there in the mid-60s. Then as we head into the middle of next week, there's not a chance of rain in the forecast, and that mix of sun and clouds is going to make for a very spring-like weather pattern. Stay with us. We'll be right back.